Well, guys, I'm making this video today. Stopping right now to make this video solely because I had to order parts for it. It's the newly acquired '67 Tempest. I already put new tires on it. Put those wheels on it. It's a pretty solid car. It does have some body filler in it, but it's nothing just absolutely crazy by any means. As you can tell, it's still drum brake car. That's what I'm doing, getting new wheel cylinders and rebuilding the front brakes. Put a new mass cylinder on it already. I have the inner fenders. They were taken off the car. Got new brake lines, everything for it already bought. Just waiting on the wheel cylinders to come in today because I had to order them, and it should be here this afternoon. But so I was gonna do this walk around on it. But the car at one point looks like it was a straight shift car because it's got the lever down there on the frame, and I don't know if it was a straight shift on the column or what, but the little car, of course, it's all jacked up in the front because of the jack, but the little car had a set of rallies on it when I got it, and I took them off, put Pontiac wheels on it. That's about the worst spot rust wise in the car. It's got some right there, but back here it's super solid. I mean, all around the back of it, it's not just rusted out by any means. The trunk pan is actually really solid in this car too. I've drove this car several times. It just has really crappy brakes. That's the worst spot right there in the trunk. It had really crappy brakes. This whole back seal, everything, even the trunk lid and all, was in really good shape. But I drove the car. The little motor runs damn good in it. It's got a 400 transmission in it. That motor, I think, is a 301 someone put in it. It is not the 326 that would have been the small block for this car. But it does run really well. It's got a new carburetor on it. Here's the new addition, Cosmo the puppy. Somebody dropped him off not too long ago, and so now he's him and Fred and Snoop are running around here somewhere. But the inside of the car, it's got the original type door panels on it. That stern column's not the best in the world. Somebody did put like a floor shifter out of a Firebird in it, and who the hell knows what kind of seat seals are, but they put them in here. The back of the seat's still there, and it is a post car. It's not a hardtop, it's a post. I know it looks like a hardtop from the outside, but the transmission shifts great. The back brakes actually work really well after putting the new mass cylinder on it. Just the front brakes were stuck because the hose itself was just clogged up. So the dash is not rusted out, anything like that. The windshield's pretty trashed, but even the old clock still worked in the car. But it cranks right up. Little motor runs good in it. Cosmo has become like a little road dog. So any vehicle he ever hears crank up, he thinks he's gonna go for a ride into town. So he's been in the car just as much as anybody has. soon as I crank it up, he jumps in it. But like I said, the little car runs great. But it is something that will be for sale. I just want to get it. Like I said, you can tell it is a pretty solid old car. I'll go open that other side up. When I do sell the car, Cosmo does not go with the car. But as you can tell, it's a pretty solid old car. So for $67, you can get in and drive Pontiac. I think it's not a terrible old car. And that's why I'm making this video as of right now, just because nobody had the parts in stock around here for it. So it's one of those things. I was gonna just stop, make a video, but somebody did put a GTO hood on it somewhere over the years, and I do have all the chrome and the trim that went around it. It was in the trunk. Got it all. It goes back there. Close that door. Cosmo will be getting in there. But I have that. I have got an extra silver dash pad or dash insert for it, but there's all the bright work for it. Over here was the inner fenders. So I do have them. They're not rusted out at all. They're actually in really good shape. Of course, they will go with the car. But that was somebody put these rallies on it when I got it, and I'd got it from a very, very nice couple. He had bought the car quite some time ago, and had aspirations of restoring it, and wanted a hot rod, in which, hey, that's a great car to build from. But it was one of those things, hey, just life and having kids and everything, it was just, I wouldn't say unfeasible, but it was probably a stretch. So I wound up getting the car and from them. But very, very nice couple. They're very good people. But like I said, the car will be saved by all means. It had been sitting for, I would say, probably 2-3 years easy, just sitting up, and it's got a new gas tank, stuff like that. New tires on it now, which those tires are fairly new. Sorry about this wind. Good gosh, it's been a windy day today. But this thing had these on the back of it, and I'd never seen these before. And Caleb looked it up, and the car was just sitting real high in the back, and these were spacers that went in between the actual housing itself, the back end, and the spring to actually give it, I'm assuming right there, probably 3 to 4 inches without putting a tape measure on it. But I did not know those even existed. But that car said it sit way up. It reminded me of the monkeys back in the day with the GTO, the TV show, the Hey with our monkeys, This car just set way up, like cartoonish high in the back. But when I was putting these wheels and tires on, I noticed those spacers, and I was like, those got to go. So I just dropped the rear end down and unbolted those spacers and put the springs back in there, and of course now it's normal. For some reason they did the same in the front. They put spacers, as you can tell, in the front to jack the front up. So I don't know what their overall goal was, but this will be the first of, I'm sure, many videos on this car. I really wasn't trying to make one of it just in this state, but due to the fact that I couldn't get parts, I was like, well, what better time to make a video on this car? And so it is definitely going to be for sale eventually. I would like to, this summer, kind of drive it around some, or at least this spring take it to some car shows and drive the old car around, because once again it runs great. Little transmission shifts out. You just can't stop it in a 40-acre field, because it was way down there, way up here, way over there. So it's one of those things. It needed brakes terribly, and when I sell this car, I want it to where it can, somebody can drive it. And the owner, the previous owner, I was like, hey, I'll fix the car, you can take it and drive it. And he was like, I understand if you sell it before then. I was like, I want you to drive the old car. So that was my thing, to get it enough on the road to where it was roadworthy enough for if somebody wanted to come buy the car and drive it down the road, and if they live 50, 60, 70 miles from here, they could drive it back no problem. I wouldn't try to go cross country, that's just me, but a lot of people do that. But at least be able to drive the car down the road safely instead of just driving it in a yard. But yeah, I just think it's a super neat old car. I know it looks terrible with one wheel laying off, but and all jacked up in the front, but I promise you tomorrow it will be a better video, and the car sitting on the ground on all fours. So bear with me, guys, bear with me. Y'all let me know in the comments, hey man, cool car, or change something. I mean, I think the bumpers, somebody's painted them black. I think they would look way better back like a chrome, or at least silver or gray paint on them. But I'm not crazy about the black. But like I said in the comments, let me know on that. But yeah, and as always, hope y'all like and subscribe. And oh, these are the old brake lines. Good gosh, I had to take the old map gas to get them off, but there was no. People say, well, some people are like, it's just, but there's no fluid coming through that hose. It is so swollen. We had nothing coming through that line. And the old wheel cylinders, it's trash. It was shot. Both ends of this, I just cut them off to where I wouldn't, not coming in focus very well, but not busting my fingers up trying to get it off. I just put a deep well socket on there and got it off. I knew the hoses was destroyed. I mean, you could tell they were just ate up. But yeah, those hoses were shot. But like I said, y'all stay safe out there, and like always, I'll keep making these dumb videos and making these bad purchases on cars. But once again, if somebody's interested in this old thing, it will be for sale. I just got to get it up running right, and like I said, I'm gonna make some more videos on it. But till then, y'all stay safe, and hopefully there'll be another one tomorrow. See y'all.